Do you consider yourself to be a person of faith? I do, but if you were to follow me around, you might have your doubts. Sometimes I get overwhelmed, but I've discovered a little word that brings me back to a place of faith and rest in God. And I want to share that word with you today. It's manna. Manna was what God fed the children of Israel when they wandered in the wilderness. And there are two aspects of manna that remind us of God's faithfulness and allow us to rest. The first aspect, manna was provided daily. Now, some of the children of Israel thought that they would be clever and they would go out and collect enough manna to last for several days, even though God told them to come every morning. And when they did that, the next day, the manna they had collected was stinky and rotten. And I think there's a lesson in that for us. Jesus is the bread of life, and we were created to rely on Him moment by moment, day by day. And so He feeds us and supplies what we need when we need it. Manna reminds us to trust God today. We're not made to live ahead. We're made to live in the moment. So the first aspect of manna reminds us to live in the moment. The second aspect is that manna was unexpected. Moses told the children of Israel, tomorrow you will see the glory of God. Well, I don't know what they pictured, but when they went out and saw the frosted flakes on the ground, they went, what is it? And that is literally what manna means. What is it? Well, I found that God's provision is often unexpected. This happened to me when I was out of town. I like art, and I found a painting that I really liked, but the price was prohibited. So I was disappointed. But a couple of months later, I was helping an interior design client find art, and I had bought 2 paintings for her. Well, when I called the gallery owner to arrange to pick it up, she said, Debbie, we're packing up from the furniture market, and I would like to give you a discount since you bought these 2 big paintings if there's one you want for yourself. Well, I called my husband. It was his birthday month, and I said, you want to pick out a birthday present? And he did. So we went to the gallery and we found a painting that he loved and I loved. And it wasn't until on the way home that I realized God's manna. If the first painting had been at a reasonable price, I would have bought it. And I would have missed this painting. And this painting was twice as big, a fraction of the cost, and my husband loved it. God's manna is often unexpected. But you know what else that incident showed me? If God cared enough about that little desire in my heart, how much more does He care about our deeper needs? I don't know what your needs are today, but He does. Perhaps you need patience. Perhaps you need endurance. Maybe you need comfort. Maybe you need a friend. Well, Jesus is our daily bread. Jesus is the bread of life. And Psalm 23:1 tells us, because the Lord is my shepherd, I have everything that I need. And so, whatever you need today, I want you to remember that Jesus is the bread of life. What came to your mind when I asked you what you needed? Why don't you write it in the comments as a declaration of faith that you trust the bread of life to provide your daily manna? Or you might just write, Jesus is my manna.